Cyclops or the Grand Dragon, you can't really joke. I mean, just look what happened in the last weeks in Kansas City, the Jewish Community Center and the assisted living facility where a Klansman opened fire. This isn't ancient history. These groups are all over this country and not only in this country. And we have to take this kind of terrorism very seriously and name it for what it is. So Pacifica's 5 stations. Democracy Now! Went on the air in 1996, 18 years ago, as the only daily election show in public broadcasting. I think we started on 8 stations, Pacifica stations and other community radio stations. And we're only going to go for 9 months, and then the election would happen. It was the second election of Bill Clinton. And then we go on to something else. But there was more demand for it after the election than before. I think because, I mean, I was the host of the show, and I was in Haiti when I got the call to be the host of Democracy Now! I was in a underground house where people had taken refuge, and they said, "You want to do this election show?" And I said, "My God, in Haiti, people are gunned down when they go to the polls, and yet the vast majority of people go. They care that much about their voice being heard in an election. And in the United States, most people didn't even vote." But I never thought it was because of apathy here. You know, I thought that in communities, people were involved, and I wanted to know what it was they were doing and why they weren't voting. It's the kind of question I put to Bill Clinton in 2000. I'll tell you that story. It was an interesting one. We were broadcasting from WBAI at the time, right? That was the year that Al Gore was running against George Bush. Hillary Clinton was running for Senate. And it was right before the show was going on in the morning. We broadcast every morning at 8, and I hope you tune in at 9, democracynow.org. And here you can watch it. You can listen to it. We're on satellite TV and also on public access TV right here in Hanover. So we were starting the show, and I had 2 producers at the time, and they had run into the control room to get ready, the studio, and we get this phone call. And I pick up the phone, like, who would call a minute before the show is going on? And they said, this is why I was on that line, and I said, what? I thought they said the White Horse. And see, the White Horse is a famous tavern in New York, in the Village. It's where Dylan Thomas drank himself to death. And I said, so what are you calling for? It's like 9 in the morning.